Today we're going to abuse a race condition in order to become root. Let's get started. So if you recall from our mal.sh file, we want to execute this script, right? However, the problem is that there is a check on the signature of the file. So only this file right here can be executed. However, if we look closer into the script that runs the Nagios script, it checks for the signature in this line. So the idea is to run another script in parallel at about the same time, meaning at the start of the minute, so that when the first check, our mal.sh file would include a benign script, the same as the Nagios script, so the signature would match, and then right after that, we will change the content of the mal.sh to the real malicious script, and then this could execute. If we time it correctly, it should work. So how can we do that? Let's define our scripts. What I did was copy the content of Nagios BS script into a new script, just because I don't want to mess with the original one. I named it mal for malicious.sh. Then I created a copy of the configuration file and named it mal.conf. This is just to avoid hitting an error during the script execution, because it requires a configuration file with the same name as the script. So with that said, I created the cron script, which is nothing but copy operation. I'm taking the original content from the Nagios BS script.sh, putting it in mal.sh, and then I'm also copying right after that the malicious content to mal.sh. The content is stored in temp, so if I cat temp, it's nothing but creating a copy of the bash and then changing its SUID bit. Actually, I'm just going to change the name to something else, hackerish. Cool. All right, with that said, I'm just going to perform a while loop. I'm going to run cron, which is the script that will perform the copy, repetitive copy, and then I'm going to do that over and over. All right. On another prompt, I'm inside the temp directory. So if I ls the hackerish, obviously we don't have such file. It hasn't been created yet. So we're going to listen for when the file will be created, so that we don't have to every time run ls the hackerish. And I'm going to sleep for 60 seconds, 1 minute, and wait until we see that file. So essentially, we're trying to time when the execution of the script as root will be performed. So when mal.sh will be run by root, it will fetch the mal.conf. Everything will look fine. It's the same script as this Nagios one. So the signature would be the same. And then if we time it correctly with this while loop, the signature check would pass. And then right after that, the content of our malicious script will be placed into mal.sh. And hopefully we would get bash created directly inside the temp directory. So I'm going to pause the video and come back later when we have something. Oh, it seems I didn't have to pause the video. Actually, here it is, the hackerish. So I can exit the loop. I can stop my script. And if I type, now first of all, I'm going to just list the owner of that user. So indeed, it's root. The SUID bit is set correctly. So I can do the hackerish-b, and I am root. So I can go to /root. There's a flag here. And obviously I can print a part of the passwd file. Let's take just 5 to demonstrate that we are indeed root. And this is an interesting way of gaining root on this machine using race condition. Let me know in the comments below how you would approach that by abusing the other scenario, which is that script that's getting run by root. So we've been able to exploit this race condition right here between this line and this line. But the second approach is to actually control the user input here, which is placed in the configuration file, and find a way to abuse this script to perform privilege escalation. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed creating it. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and go find some bugs.